Shalom, all praises to the Most High. Your host with this is Yyby. My peoples. I want to tell you about the new Studio One 5 update 5.2 release notes. A couple things I'll probably go over, and some things I'm gonna just tell you what's updated with it, because some of this stuff I don't understand. I'm still trying to figure out. But they do a good good thing with us, man, with this Studio One, man. A couple things I like. The first thing I want to start with is that I can't show you, but if you look right here at the top, it's called Activate Safety Options Show Plugin and Manager. I actually activate that. So if you have a problem with a plugin, an option will pop up that give you other options to fix certain things. Like, say for example, you open up your door and it crashes, or a plugin don't want to open, or a plugin stopping your door from opening up, like same thing that I had. And then they give you some beautiful options that help you out more, before you open your door. So they actually call that, go through these papers right quick. It's called safety and recovery options. So y'all gonna have to check that out, man. Play with that a little bit. All right, so let me go inside this door, man. Let me pull up something. All right. I know everybody know about the menu, the browser in Studio One, and we know about the cloud part. But something I found out, I don't know if this is new, but say for example on SoundCloud, SoundCloud is connected with Studio One. So you click on SoundCloud, when you sign in, people that you stream to, people that's following you, like for example, if I click on people I'm following, I could actually play all their music straight inside my DAW. So for example, like this girl right here, Lakeisha A. Smith, I actually, recorded and mixed a couple of her songs and everything. And this is one of her joints right here. You can just press play.
New questions in the Breonna Taylor case, which has been sparking protests across the country. A new ballistics report has come to light just as the officer charged in the case faces a judge. Here's ABC's Elizabeth Schultz.
Trayvon Martin.
And then on top of it, you can go to your tracks, everything that you loaded up. You go to your favorites and stream, so on and so forth. Also, you can go to PreSonus Exchange. They added this. Well, no, I don't think they added this. I think they added the PreSonus Spear. And hold up. Well, I think we know about this. It got key switches in all type of color schemes, and FX chains and grooves stuff. This is for those who don't know about this, because this will slip right past you. You click on schemes, you can download a new scheme for your DAW, and play with that. Also, PreSonus Spear, or Fear, whatever how you pronounce it, you can collaborate with somebody online. I guess I haven't tested out yet, but you can collaborate with people, and I guess they can connect inside your DAW and take something from your DAW. That's crazy, but that's dope for when you're trying to do business with a person. They live in another state or cross country, and y'all got to do some business with each other. So that's dope. Even though I still like the personal being around each other and working that way more than this. So I still can't let that defeat that part. Another thing is dope, man. When you go to effects, they added a new plugin in the tool called the splitter. The splitter already in the DAW, but what's dope about it now is that what the splitter is for is when you want to. Let me just drop it on a DAW. Let me drop it on this. The splitter is for when you want to add plugins and separate them to the left speaker, the right speaker, and try different like creative tricks with the plugins and everything. So for example, I might get a reverb and add it right here on this side. I might get a modulation and add it on this side. So the point with we already had this, but it's just a faster way to access it, the access to the splitter. Because normally what we have to do, we have to say we got a VST instrument. Let me see. Let's say we got this right here, right? And we click right here, this button, and click on editor. Then we got to go right here. And then you got the option right here. So you got to go through these steps to go to it. But now you can just drag it straight to the plugin and just be creative. I love that. I love that. I love that. Another thing that they added inside the DAW that that Bitwig is pretty dope with. And for example, let's say I got this track, this track, this track, this track, and I say I want to pan all these to the left. Once I select this, I could just move to the left and they all pan to the left now. They all pan to the right. They together. And you could do modulation like that, because before we couldn't do that. You had to go to each one and do it, So this is an add-on I like, because sometimes when I'm doing choruses and certain tracks, and I don't have to go to each one and just pan left or right. I could just boom, and that's pretty decent. What else? They say they improved the tempo detection. I guess what they were saying is that when you drop an audio file in, because I didn't see anything different, but when you drop an audio file in or something like that, they say it's supposed to down right here. It's supposed to detect the tempo or have it already here in the red to show you. It kind of read what the idea of the tempo, what the tempo of the beat is. So I haven't seen that when I drop certain files in. So, normally an audio file will have the tempo already embedded in it, but some files don't. Some people don't do it that way. That's what makes Studio One dope, because when we export stuff out, all that information be inside of the wave. So when we send it to other people, they receive all this information already embedded. That's what I love about Studio One. All right, so what's next? Let me get rid of this. They got something called external instrument transform. That's when they got more options when you want to transform the instrument to audio. This is already great from the jump. But let's say this is the VST instrument, right? And as you can see, this is the splitter. And you want to transfer it to audio, they got some better options they add in here, which is dope. And they just put an extra little oomph on it, which is dope. And it was already great anyway from the beginning. So, man, it don't get no better than that when you're trying to save CPU power. But me personally, I really don't like to bounce it to audio unless I got to time stretch it. But I like to deal with the VST instrument, because I like to go back and tweak and change something as I'm making my beat or something like that. So I still like to go back and change certain stuff, because when I'm listening, that's the whole point. You want to change certain things, but you still can go back after you convert it, after you transform it to audio. So for example, like this, and let's say you got that, right? And let's say I add this, boom. Say I'm building the track, but I'm like, you know what? I got to go back and change something. What's dope about this, we transform it back to the instrument, it still got everything you created. That's what make that tough. It still got everything you created. Man, you can't beat that. All right, so the next thing, they got something called Lob Arranging with Arranger Track, which is a concept that Bitwig has. So the point is that what it do is that, what is this? What I got right here? Hold on, let me play this. Oh, I'm inside the thing. Let me play this. What's this? Oh, this is some bull crap that I was just testing when I was trying to do the tips and everything, but it was in the DAW. But let's say, for example, this is two different sounds, two different things, whatever. And let's say I got another one right here, so on and so forth. And if you double click, hold on, let me go back in here. If you double click, it'll play this, right? Now, if you double click any one of these, it'll play this one based on the bars you set. So I got it on 4 bars right now. So 4 bars, when you hit the 5, it's gonna switch to this one right here. Now, if I click this right here, I think once you get to 21 after 4 bars, it's gonna go to this one. So this is good when you're testing things out. Change. You get what I'm saying? So this is what this do, help you get ideas of what you're trying to put together. The only thing I wish it added was what you selecting, it'll record that into the scratch pad. So for example, if I click on this and I play this, it'll record in the scratch pad. Then when I click on the next one, it'll record in the scratch pad. So it's like I'm recording and putting the whole song together. That's an option that Bitwig do, which is dope. Bitwig do the same thing. You know, you can kind of like the same concept, but it's just like more like how Ableton Live and Bitwig, when you go to the what they call the track, it's the other. It look like the mixer part, and you can just whatever you put together, you can just press record and record it straight to the sequencer. Everything that you picking, so you putting the whole song together as if you playing it live. That's a good concept. Bitwig Studio One should add that part, but this is great what they added. I love this part. I'm glad they add this in it. We also got new sound variation system and mapping editor. So for example, if you playing like certain notes and all that stuff, let me go back. Hold on. So you playing certain notes and everything, and you go down here and you add this. So you know you got the note controller, sound variation, modulation, pitch bend, so on forth. You still can add other stuff to it. But sound variation, you click right here, then you got the options where you can manipulate everything to another level, and you can also save presets, which is dope. And so, for example, if you want to add a new variation, you can click right here and change the color, so on and so forth. And then I'm still trying to learn this because before, for some reason, this wasn't working, man. In the last two updates, man, when we first got Studio One 5, my variation wasn't working at all. I don't know what the hell was going on. When I got the other two updates, still wasn't working. So I got to test this out to see if it's working now. I was playing with it last night, and I don't know what's going on, man. But this is good for, especially when you're dealing with strings and type of sounds like that. You want to make it very musical and all that. So check that out, people. They got something called, they got score view drum notation support. You know, so if you got these instruments right here and you want to go, you click right here. No, I mean, you go to the notes. Now you got, where is that? Let me find this track layout, drum set, and they got new option like the tablature. This is dope, man. I'm still learning it, but you know, people that really know about notes, this perspective, you could do some creative shit, man, with your music that you already created. That's the whole point, man. You can do some dope stuff, man, and then at the same time, we already know once you create it, you can just go straight print it out. So that's wonderful, man. Then they also got the score view guitar tablature, which I told you, and they got the score view support for multiple voices. Then they got the smarter arrow tool behavior in piano view. So let's see this right quick because I didn't test this out. Piano view, boom. You know, I guess there's little options now. I ain't really test this part out. Oh no, but they say they got a smarter arrow tool, you know. So I gotta figure that out and everything. They got a few options in live performance, which I didn't test out. But in live performance, they added a Ranger track on show page. They added the chord track on show page. They added the automatic patch change on the Ranger section. They added the Lob Arranging with a Ranger track, you know, in the live performance area, which is great. What else? Okay, it say it got a micro view for the splitter in the mixer. So I guess it got like these little options right here for the micro view. You can change the little selections of it right here for the splitter, which is kind of cool, you know. Let's see what else. I got new clip version. Now I was playing with this, right? So let's say for example I got this audio track right here, and I do something. I guess if I change something or whatever, boom boom, then I click right click, and then it got new clip version. When I click that, it added 2 right here, right? So let's say I change something again, and I click again, it added 3. See, but what I was trying to figure out, like, can I go back to those that I just changed up and tweaked up? Because it got these numbers right here, but it's not making no sense. But it say the new clip version. I don't see anything where you can go backwards, because even if I press Control Z, if I do any other work before this, like eventually I can only go back so far. So I don't know what the number identifying or something. I don't know, I guess. But I'm gonna find that out more. But we gotta play with that to find out what's going on. So like I say, I'm not really going into detail of everything how it works. I'm just letting you know what's everything that's added to it. It's so many things that's added to it, to this update. We got upload and download via drag and drop for selected type files in the PreSonus Sphere. In the event, we got separate share copies. We got convert key switches to sound variations. In edit, you got show tracks with events. Also, we got fader port integration improvements. We got Studio One Remote 1.6 update. We got compatible with Apple Silicon Base Max. We got improved Atom SQ integration. We got full screen mode for Windows. So it's a few things that we got to play with. We got a range of options. Stop at the end of bar, stop at the end of section. Different little options you can play with on that part. And so yeah. What's the last thing? We also on the track, we got some option called unpack selected layers to tracks. So I think that's when you have for example, let's say you have this right here. Like, okay, I'm gonna show you. Like, let me go back. Let me go back to this right here. So we transfer the instrument. And let's say I got this instrument and I click right here. And I click right here. Go to where it's at. Unpack select the layers into tracks. Yeah, I think this one I had to group the options, whatever. Hold up. Render instrument tracks. We all know about the render instrument tracks. What if let me see. What if I group these two? Pack in a folder, then I go right here. Do it pop the option of it? Nah, it don't do that way. Definitely not with that. You look at here again. Bounce to new track. Export selection. Crop the content. Separated copies. Instrument part. Extract chord. Remove part. Well, anyway. I found out about that. But yeah, they got also apply variations for 120. I'll find out about that later. Like I say, I just want to give an update to let people know what's going on if they don't got the update yet. So yeah. So all these little things, I'm gonna do extra videos about it. You know, be more in detail and depth on it. If you got any questions, this is YYBY. Peace.